Good evening, everyone. Gina's here. Hope you are doing okay. There are so many things happening in the world. I have debating myself whether I should make this video and how I want to make this video and how I speak my truth. Also honor both the human side and also the spirit side. So if you are wanting to have some spiritual insight for Charlie Kirk, and then this video is for you. If you are want more tap into the human emotions, should or should not, then this video probably not for you. Okay, so if you are still here, let's talk about it. Do you still remember 2020 when the Black Lives Matters and the Asian hate, right? And 2020 itself woke so many people up, or it shook people's perspective and it shook people's reality is how we really gonna treat each other and how we treat ourselves, right? Now, 5 years later, okay, now this time is Charlie Kirk. It's a little bit different, but also it's another soul that volunteered or dedicated on his soul journey at this point. And I do agree it's a turning point. He did turn ourselves as a humanity, as a collective, at a certain turning point. This event, I mean, how many, like, you go to Facebook, you go to TikTok, you scroll 2 or 3 times every single video, right? Every 2 or 3 video you will Charlie Kirk. Sometimes it's like every like five, like literally 5 video in a row is all about him. And I have been listening to some of his speech or debate. I definitely can pick up his energy. Is very passionate. He is so, and also he's a Libra, right? He's born, I believe, is October 14th, so it's Libra. Justice, fairness, air energy, definitely very, mind is very quick, mental, very, very strong mental energy. But what I'm here is offering some spiritual comforting to help people to understand why, right? Of course, taking anybody's life, it's not right. Now I'm not here to talk about right or wrong. Of course, that's not right as a human understanding perspective. We even tell people, in Buddhism, we don't even kill any living things, not just human. We would say ants or like animals, things like that. Now we're talking about human life, especially we are the same species. Of course, this is never should happen. But to understand the soul journey, this is what I'm here to kind of tap into a little bit, since this is spiritual channel. So hopefully that's what you're looking for. So when the George Floyd thing happened, it's kind of a little bit, they are different, but they are similar on the soul level. Is somebody volunteered at a certain point of their time, they make their wave. No, of course, that 5 years ago George Floyd thing is people just started to kind of the DEI, right? That was the a peak moment, turning DEI to be a hot topic. Or there are so many organizations and so many organizations even founded it because of that. And even my podcast called Unity Through Diversity is actually inspired by George Floyd. Now, I am also thinking what this event which part of you being waking up, which part of you have been triggered or inspired or aspired, because everybody is different. So it depends on which level you are. Think about it, drop the rock right to the water. Then now on the surface part is you see the how to say it, the waves, right? You see the water splash, but the rock goes down, different level, water, middle part, and to sink to the bottom, it creates different wave. Now, let's talk about soul mission wise, okay? Death doesn't mean ending. And for his soul, every soul has the soul contract. Now the harder part is for people to understanding is that we think good people deserve to live longer. Good people doesn't deserve have tragedies in their life, right? We talked about that topic before, but you believe or not, this whoever this shooter and Charlie Kirk, they have a soul contract, and there's way deeper than our uh, human mind can perceive. And what if he volunteered himself and then there need to be a dramatic and traumatic way something happened to him and make rest of the world to stop what they're doing to really think about what's really happening, where we as a nation, where we as a world, where we as a country, where we at right now. Think about it. If this thing doesn't happen, if that's why it's a brave soul, definitely brave soul to volunteer or to plan his life in this way. And we don't know much thing about this shooter for right now, and also whatever come out of media, you never really know what's really going on. But on the soul level, I do know, especially like this, that's been pretty pre-planned before even people come to this world. And he does have a mission. Now, let's talk about this. If without this event, which is traumatic and dramatic event, many people still don't know about this person. I personally don't know. There are a lot of people that in the world don't know this person, but because this thing happened, his physical body is not here, but his words, his energy, his teaching, his debate, all this footage is here. It's almost like your hardware is not here. It's like you saved some footage in the iCloud, right? You don't have computer, but doesn't mean those information is lost. The information never lost. It's always here. Now all those videos that he made, I believe that and his company has a 1,000 employees. Okay, and for this kind of mission, it's never be one person in front of the camera. There has an army behind him, and I think this organization even gonna grow even bigger and gonna touch more people, not only the college kids, but also maybe middle school kids soon, and also 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and this literally he touches so many people's heart, and it allow us to really think about or really ask ourselves, what is my perspective on that? And when I listen, watch those debates, see both sides, right? And what he's doing is he is actually working with the college students that train them to have critical thinking. And then, yes, of course, it depends on where you see the things. My truth could not be your truth could be my truth. But those debating argument is so healthy and important, because a lot of time we already lost this ability to even put our thoughts together and deliver in a way that not gonna hurt other people, but just state my point clear to make people understand where I'm come from. And this ability has been losing in our life. So I think that anyways, this video is literally talking about he's so on the soul level, what he assigning himself for. And like he said, and I think one of the video, maybe people interview him about the death, what did he think about the death. And for those souls, for they stand this position, don't you think that they ever thought about this thing could happen, right? But they still brave enough every day. Every speech could be a threat, but they are all there doing their work. He's not care about which day I'm gonna be hurt or what people are gonna take down on me, but he stick on his vision, you know, one event time, one speech time, one argument time. And is this make us think is like, what if I'm gonna die tomorrow? Am I using, am I optimize myself? Am I live my fullest? Am I afraid of how people judge me? Am I afraid of how people look at me? Am I afraid of that I'm gonna fail? Am I afraid that I'm gonna make a mistake? And I think this bullet came out. But I'm not saying that he deserved this. Nobody deserved that, because that's completely not. But what this thing happened, what it kind of impact actually created in our reality is unmeasurable, and that allow you to see where we at right now. Because if you never fell off the, I don't want to say cliff, but I use metaphorically. If you never fall off the cliff, you don't know where's the cliff. If you never been burned out, you don't even know where's your limit. Doesn't make sense. So it's never fair to happen to anybody. But manufacture this soul, just like George Floyd. This soul volunteer his life, but even though he's 31 years old, however, his wisdom, knowledge, those debates, this teaching, preaching, however you call it, that already leave a permanent impact in people's life, in people's heart. So it doesn't matter you love this person or not love this person, but for somebody literally burn themselves to the extent, when I say burning, I'm saying the shining, that light is so big that the whole country, the mourning for what happened to him. How many people in the world, how many things in the world reach to this? Not many, right? So now more and more people know who he is, even though he's not here anymore. But his show, his all this video footage, people gonna watch over and over and over. And I believe a lot of things that he's believed, debating. I think that's his essence. That's he, the job he got his job done. Now he's got a promotion. He might gonna incarnate again in different form, or he move on to different mission, different soul mission. And then, like I said, his energy is fast move. So I'm not surprised if he move on to be guides, or move to maybe incarnate again. It was try different way of impacting the world, shifting the world. So this is my own takeaway on it. Um, let me know what do you think, and your perspective on it. And like I said, everybody have different perspective. Doesn't have to be agree. Just let me know what's your thoughts on that. Take care.